2004, when Greece magically won the Euro Cup at 100-1 long shot, just them making the tournament, the final tournament, was a celebration for us. We get to watch the Greeks play in a big tournament. They hadn't been in a major tournament since the 94 World Cup when it was in the United States. They did terrible in the 94 World Cup in the United States, but the pride carries on. And when we made it to the 2004 European Cup, we were just thrilled to be in the tournament. Then they came out of the group stage and advanced, and we were like, all right, an extra game, great. Then they beat France, one of the defending champions of this tournament and one of the world powers. How did this happen? Well, we went into the semifinal game thinking, we're just thrilled to be here. They stunned the Czech Republic, who was a great team at that time. And all of a sudden, we find ourselves in the championship game against Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal, who happens to be hosting the tournament. And I'll never forget it because the championship game fell on July 4th here in the United States. So here we are supposed to be celebrating American independence, and we had a big Greek watch party at our house because they're in the championship game. Obviously, we had decorated American flags, and we're proud to be Greek Americans. They won the game. And we were so ecstatic, we didn't even know how to celebrate. Obviously the ouzo was poured. We had a great time, but then it's afternoon here. The game's at night in Europe. We're going to American block parties and barbecuing, and I had the Greek flag tied around me as a cape. And people are looking at me like, what are you doing wearing the Greek flag? And I said, we just won the soccer championship of Europe. You got to give me this one day. And they stuck an American flag in my hat and said, all right, now you're good to go. But it was a great time and still one of the most shocking upsets in the history of soccer. And then 2 years later, my other half, the Italian half, wins the World Cup. I mean, you talk about the best couple of years of soccer that you could have, from the Greeks winning the Euro Cup shockingly to the Italians, who were a favorite, finally winning one for the first time since 1982, the year I was born, so I didn't experience that one. So it was my first time, and we were at the Italian American Club, and we blocked this whole street, Cabrillo Avenue, from 19th to 20th, giant screen out there, hundreds of people in the club, no air conditioning, we're packed like sardines, sweating the whole game as if we're playing. And they went to penalty kicks against France. It's kind of fitting, the Greeks beat the French 2 years ago before, and then the Italians beat the French in the final. But once Italy won that World Cup, again, just celebration. This felt a lot better, actually, because I'm celebrating with 400 to 500 Italians that I grew up with. And we're out there in the street. The news is there, and it was just the best party you could ask for. We didn't want it to end. I remember afterwards announcing on stage, anyone wearing Italian gear, come down to my restaurant and you get a free pizza on the house. That's how great of a mood we were in. And we must have gave about 40 pizzas out that day. So it was a really great time in San Pedro.